Are you frustrated because you're still in separation? Do you question when union will ever happen? When is it going to be your time? Well, the thing is, we have to trust the actual timing, the divine timing. It's only going to happen when you're ready, when your twin flame is ready, when the universe is ready. So we have to keep having faith that it will happen exactly when it's supposed to. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialize in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. The longer it takes, the longer we're in separation, the more frustrated we get. We question everything. We do lose faith. We doubt everything. And it's like, is this ever going to happen? Am I wrong? Am I going crazy? This repeats over and over again. Like we'll go through these healing cycles, the roller coaster ride, the bipolar effect, whatever you want to call it. And we'll be in separation for a certain amount of time. And a lot of that time we're in that unworthiness energy. We're feeling low. We're feeling doubtful. Then we'll come back into this high energy and we'll be back in this empowered state. But then we'll be, peaking. We'll be at that empowered state. And then the doubts come back in again. The timing. Why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening now? Why isn't it happening yesterday? And I had to be, I suppose, reminded of this the other day. Like, I'm manifesting left, right, and center in my career, in my life. Anything I want, I have it. It's at my fingertips. And if you think about something, the universe is going to give it to you. And I was like, once you keep a positive mindset, the law of attraction works in your favor. So everything I want is coming towards me. Everything I've been craving or wanting or manifesting, desiring, whatever you want to call it, it's happening. So, I'll get manifestations in and I'm like, yay, this is real. And it's like, you sometimes you're like, whoa, this is magic. And the other day I manifested something and I was like, why can't this happen for my twin flame union? And I'm like, oh, I manifest things and there's only delays if it's not the right time. So, I could at the start of my re-evolution, as we'll call it, after my relapse, and I started manifesting again, I was putting goals and timelines on certain things. And when I reached those deadlines, the thing I wanted wasn't happening. But 6 months later, it happened. And I'm like, looking back, I measure then, I look back and I'm like, why didn't it happen then? Why didn't it happen when I wanted it to happen? Things don't happen exactly as you want them or when you want them to happen because it wasn't the right time. I had a 6 month limit on certain things that I wanted to do, but 6 months wasn't enough time. I was in my deepest healing phase. I was going through major healing as well as trying to manifest my goals as well. So I wasn't giving myself enough time. You know what I mean? I was rushing myself. I was putting pressure on myself. And then when I realized, obviously you get to the deadline then and you're like, oh my God, it's not happening. It's never going to happen. Oh my God, I'm a failure. Maybe I'm on the wrong path. The same thing that happens when we doubt twin flame union and timing. And I actually had to get to that was at the early start of my re-evolution, as we call it. Revolution? Re-evolution? Oh. Anyway, so when I actually did manifest the things that were delayed, I realized then, I realized I wasn't ready back then, but I'm ready now. So oftentimes if there is a delay in a manifestation, it's because it wasn't the right time. So when I instantly manifest something, I'm like, why did I get that yesterday when I can't have twin flame yesterday, my twin flame connection yesterday? Why? And it's like, so it's like this tantrum energy. It's like, why? I want to know. You know what I mean? And then you kind of, the download I got was because you got the instant manifestation because the time was right. You got the delayed manifestation because the time wasn't right and it was right then. So the reason we're not getting twin flame union yesterday is because the timing was off. And we tend to, we get frustrated. Obviously we're in doubt and we're in, I want this to happen. But if we're still seeking outside ourselves for a deadline or an outcome or a timeline, that means we're still lonely, sad, unworthy, and seeking external validation. And you have to ask yourself these questions like, are you really ready for union? Or are you fucking scared shitless? Do you know what I mean? And this has happened to me on and off. It's so funny how it's like this yo-yo. Well, it's bipolar, but it's like the roller coaster. It's like I'll be in this hyper empowered energy feeling really good, and I'm like, I'm ready to let love into my life. And then I'll get a glimpse of it, and I'm like, oh God, I'm so scared, I'm running, I don't want this anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so unfamiliar and so unknown. Like, you know, we have to ask ourselves, are we truly ready? Are we really, really ready? You know, because we're still healing our wounds. We're still afraid of the past repeating itself. We're still feeling unworthy and that we need external validation. We're still worried about the timeline. We're still worried, is it going to be late? When is it going to happen? Do you know what I mean? So like, we're constantly, that's reaching outside ourselves. That's reaching outside ourselves. Do you know? So like, ask yourself this question. And this is one of the biggest ones I ask myself. We're very, very fearful of losing ourselves to another relationship. But yet we're still doing all the things we did as a fucking teenager. We're chasing, we're all this, oh my God, they text me. And then you're like, oh my God, they didn't text me. Do you know what I mean? We're in this kind of up and down energy, this really teenage, you know, drama energy. And that's not healthy relationship energy. Like we've been in codependent energies. We've been in codependent relationships. We've lost ourselves so completely into the dick sand of our exes. You know, literally it's like, oh, you're beautiful. It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? And you just completely turn into this sappy little fucking teenager, and you lose all sense of self, and you end up in a trapped, unhealthy, toxic dynamic. So the objective of a twin flame connection is to heal so that we end up in an interdependent relationship, a conscious relationship, a relationship where you both remain sovereign, both remain whole, both remain independent, but together. So, you know, you're not kind of going, oh my God, why didn't you text me? You're kind of going, I don't need you to text me. I'm a feminine empowered woman. I'm very, very strong. I do not need external validation. And the same with them. But if you're in this teenage mode, you're going to be just, oh my God, I need them for external validation. I need them to make me feel good. This is not healthy. So if you're still in the energy of that, that's not the energy you want going into a relationship. And I said this already. I've been single for a very, very long time, because ever since I discovered I was a twin flame and discovered my toxic relationships patterns, I stopped dating because I was like, I have to heal my fucking shit. Not just for the twin flame union, but because I'll never get into a relationship again where I lose myself. I'm fucking not doing that shit. And, you know, I've seen it, you know, I'm reminded of it with other people, but I remember it from my past. I don't want to be in this needy teenage energy when I'm in a relationship again. Oh my God, no. I don't want to lose myself to that. I don't want to become codependent. So I want to heal that for a healthy relationship, but I want to heal it for my twin flame as well, my union. So, you know, I'm continuing to heal because I know I still need to heal that. And, you know, every time I go through the dip in the twin flame connection, the heartbreak energy, the pain, the turmoil, the fear that I've lost him, all this kind of stuff comes in. That's not me in the energy of I don't need to be validated. That's me in the energy of I'm lonely and I'm lonely. And I don't want to be, you know, this is one thing you shouldn't do anyway, even if you're not in a twin flame connection. Don't date when you're fucking lonely. Don't date when you're in a codependent energy, because this is when you attract the fucking toxic dynamics. This is when you're going to get hurt over and over again. This is when you allow people to fucking treat you like shit. And that's what happens. And this is another energy. Like, you know, when you're in this low vibe energy, you allow your twin flame to treat you like fucking shit. You allow them to walk all over you. You allow them to be in their avoidant energy, and you're still going, it's okay, I'll run after you and tell you it's okay to treat me like shit once you stay in my life. And that's not healed energy. And we wonder why there's a delay. No. You know, you have to be in your boundary setting energy, where it's like, no, you can't have this shit unless you fucking step up to the plate. You can't have this shit if you continue to think it's okay to treat me like shit. Do you know what I mean? You have to be in that energy. And this is one thing, especially for us ladies. We're so insecure that we think that if we give sex or if we give ourselves to our twin flame, they'll fall in love with us. Or they already do love us. But, you know, this has happened with exes as well. It's like we give ourselves away. We allow ourselves to be walked all over. We allow ourselves to be treated like shit because we just want some kind of affection, some kind of validation, some kind of love. And we continue to do that in our twin flame connection until we actually get our shit together and go, no, I'm a strong, empowered fucking woman. I'm not going to let a man fuck me over like that. And he's even, like, we allow our twin flame to do it longer than we would anyone else. After we've healed, obviously, because in the past we just let it happen. But, like, we allow our twin flame to get away with a lot more than we would anyone else because we're afraid we're going to lose them. But this is the thing with making sure we heal. And that's why the timing is, it's fluid. It's an illusion effectively on your journey. Because timing doesn't fucking matter. If you're not healing, if you're not doing the inner work, if you're going around in circles, if you're repeating the same patterns over and over again, that's going to delay things. You know, if you're allowing the same behavior over and over again, if you're not healing in between, if you're not facing your triggers, this is going to delay things. And, like, you know, I think this is the reason twin flames have been separated for 20, like, there's some twin flames that have been separated 10, 20 years. Because they're not doing the work. They're not doing the work. They're doing the same thing over and over again. They're not doing the inner healing. They're not facing their demons. They're not doing it. Like, and, you know, like, I know I'm consciously healing over and over again, but I still go into relapse. Like, last month I was in it was horrendous. You know what I mean? I was going through that same energy. Again, I'm back to myself now. I'm back in empowered energy. But, like, prior to what went on last month, I was still in the energy of, I'll allow the behavior that's happening because I don't want to lose him. And then I said to myself, no, I'm losing myself because I'm allowing this behavior. And then I went through a month of complete heartbreak because I set a boundary. And now I'm in the energy, like, literally in the month of heartbreak, I set the boundary and I was like, maybe I'll break that boundary. Maybe I'll say something different. Maybe I'll say, okay, treat me like shit again so that I have you in my life. And I was in such agony for the last month. But I came out of that and I'm like, no way. No fucking way. And that's the timing. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I had continued in the energy of pain or, you know, heartbreak and what is it, low energy, it was like disempowered energy. And I was in the back of my mind going, maybe I'll go back to the way it was. Maybe I'll allow him to treat me like shit again so that I just have him in my life. There was that fucking the voice in my head saying, go on, go back and do the thing that so it wasn't working. And now I'm in the energy of no. And, like, I know what I want now. I know what I deserve now. But that's what the timing is about. It's like, you know, prior to my relapse, or I won't call it, yeah, it was a relapse. Every up and down, it's a relapse, whatever. So prior to the last month, say, before I set the boundary, I was in the energy of I'm ready. I'm ready for union. I'm ready for union. But yet I wasn't, because when he said the same things over again, I was like, it's okay. I'll get to see him. And then I was like, no, you're fucking being shown a red flag here. And then I just said, no. Like, I was sacrificing meeting up. I actually sacrificed meeting up with my twin flame so that I could break a pattern. But then I realized, oh, I wasn't fucking ready. I am ready now. I'm more ready than I was. But I've said I'm ready so many times. And then the timing extends as well because we keep repeating the same patterns. So this is what the timing is about. The delay in union is to heal. The separation is to heal. The silence is to heal. Do you know what I mean? But as I was saying, it happens when it's supposed to. Every manifestation, every goal, every dream, every desire you've had, everything that you've achieved happened when it was supposed to. There was stuff that happened instantly. Like, literally you think it and you have it. It's like, whoa, where's that magic? Do you know what I mean? And then there's other manifestations that you have that were later than you expected because it wasn't the right time. They were delayed because it wasn't the right time. The reason your twin flame union is delayed because it's just not the right time. And you have to keep coming back to yourself and asking yourself why. What are you running from? If they're running, you're running. What are you avoiding? Because if they're avoiding, you're avoiding. What is it within yourself that you still need to heal? Take this time, use this time wisely. And ask yourself deep, deep, deep within, are you actually ready? Or are you still running from something? Are you actually ready? Or are you avoiding something? This is it. The timing is perfect. Do you know what I mean? Set it down, because we always doubt. Instead of going, why isn't it happening yet? When is it going to happen? Trust that it is going to happen, but only when you're ready. Trust that everything that was delayed in your past in regards to your other, general life, everything you manifested that was delayed happened when you were ready, happened when it was supposed to happen, happened when it was in alignment. So just because there's a delay in your twin flame connection, in your union, in your journey, doesn't mean that it's not happening. Doesn't mean that it's over. Doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means it's not the right time. So trust that it will happen when you're ready and in the right time. So trust the timing, trust the delays, trust the direction that you're in, trust what you feel, because this is real. Forget the doubts. And that's another thing with our doubts and fears. We're literally blocking union because we're literally going, oh, I want this, but I don't think it's going to happen because it's delayed. Forget the delay. Trust that it is happening. It will happen. And the delays are there for a reason. And the more we trust, the more we believe, the more we do the inner work, the quicker it will happen. So as I said, the timing is actually perfect for you to do the work and for them to do the work. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. If you'd like help on your journey, please book me for a free discovery call today, and nothing more than to help you in your path. Also, I have another channel called Aligning with Angie, where I share a guided meditation every week. The info for that is in the description box.